Hello, today I will be talking about movie review number 505. And this movie is called Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is a 2004 film directed by Andrew Adamson, Conrad Funian, and Kelly Asbury. Andrew Adamson was one of the co-directors of the very first Shrek film, and he returned as co-director for the second film along with Conrad Funian and Kelly Asbury. So Shrek 2 is from Universal Pictures and DreamWorks Animation SKG. Well, now anyway, it was originally just DreamWorks Animation, but now that Universal bought DreamWorks, Universal appears before the DreamWorks Animation logo. And actually, even though there were a few films that came before Shrek 2 that were animated from DreamWorks, like Ants, the Prince of Egypt, The Road to El Dorado, Chicken One, Shrek One, Spirit, Stallion of the Simonian, and Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, they all had the DreamWorks Pictures logo. Shrek 2 was the very first film to actually have the word animation in the logo, and it was a brand new logo, DreamWorks Animation. So I saw this movie on July 16th, 2022 at City Base Cinemas Kenwood in Kenwood, Ohio. So, this takes place after the events of the first Shrek film, where Shrek and Fiona got married. After returning from their honeymoon and showing home movies to their friends, Shrek and Fiona learn that her parents have heard that she has married her true love and wish to invite him to their kingdom, called Far, Far Away. The catch is, Fiona's parents are unaware of the curse that struck their daughter and have assumed she married Prince Charming. They don't assume that she married a 700-pound ogre with horrible hygiene and a talking donkey pal. So, it's kind of like guess who's coming to dinner, but is Shrek mean Fiona's parents? Shrek is an ogre, Fiona's parents are human. Yeah, you can see how Fiona's parents were not exactly thrilled when they first met Shrek, because they thought that Fiona was gonna marry Prince Charming and break the spell, but Shrek married Fiona. So they get to Far, Far Away, and people are like, "What? What happened? Isn't Fiona supposed to marry Prince Charming?" Well, even Prince Charming is shocked. But who's even shocker is the fairy godmother. And when she finds out about this, she wants Fiona's parents to try to get them, or especially the father, to try to figure out a way for Fiona to marry Prince Charming. And so there's other obstacles that are coming in the way, but the catch is that the fairy godmother wants Fiona to marry Prince Charming and wants Shrek out of Far, Far Away forever. And I thought this was a great movie. I definitely enjoyed this film. In fact, I probably saw this more than Shrek 1 when I was a child. I remember having Shrek 1 and Shrek 2 as VHSs, and to tell you the truth, I think I saw Shrek 2 more. At least, yeah, I think I did. Because they had more characters. And I really liked how they expanded the setting, whereas the first film was more with the swamp and then the castle, and then in the grasslands, whereas the second film really expanded with Far, Far Away. And I thought it was a pretty good film. I guess you can say you guys kind of probably know who the villain is if you haven't seen the film. I will say this. The fairy godmother is kind of like the villain in the film. But that's all I'm going to say. So this has Mike Myers returning as Shrek, Eddie Murphy as Donkey, Cameron Diaz as Fiona, and it has new cast members like Julie Andrews as Fiona's mom, John Kreese as Fiona's dad, Robert Everett as Prince Charming, Jennifer, Saund- Saunders as the fairy godmother, and also Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots. We get to meet Puss in Boots in Shrek 2, who goes on to have a solo film of its own, but I will talk about that later. Shrek 2 is very funny, fantastic, and I thought it was a great film. So that is my movie review of Shrek 2. Please stay tuned for my next movie review. Alright, goodbye.